You are live. I'm gonna put you right here. Get it over with. I'm just setting up. You know me. I start setting up too soon. I just decide I'm going on and I do it. If you don't, damn it. Chill. There we go. Hello, YouTube world. It's me, the Tin Man. Hopefully everybody out there in YouTube world is doing good. I decided that at the last minute here. Hello, how are you? Lisa? Lisa? Lisa. Something like that. And it is the big-headed Martian, was that? Yeah, it was. Hey, right on. How are you doing? Have you seen Bigfoot ever? I sure have seen Bigfoot. You go watch my video after. Lisa, okay, cool. Go watch my video. It's called First Face to Face. Punch it up, Tin Man and stuff, it'll come up. Or you just go and look at my players list. And it's under my 100% proof thing. That you'll see it. Tonight, I wanted to talk about all those barkings and such that I've been recording a lot of. I've talked about them a lot from a day one perspective. Let me just see what I'm going to be touching here. I don't want to be touching the microphone. About these different barkings going on. And I've been telling you guys, we're going to end up figuring out they're not all dogs and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's starting to really open up now, if you ask me, from some of my experiences here. Them pretending they're dogs. What people have to start doing is you gotta just stand there. You gotta listen. You gotta trust your hearing. You gotta trust whether you hear an ape sound or a dog sound. Is it a bark sound or is it a sound? You know, you gotta kind of really get inside sounds to be able to be standing there in the dark. Me, with the camera. And so you guys listening to my stuff at home, you really gotta get inside it. So you gotta trust me. There's people who question my trustability. Go watch me for the full year. And then tell me if you trust me sitting here right now and what I'm saying. Go watch me for the full year. You'll realize, okay, I trust this guy to be telling a story. Now I got to figure out if his story's right or not, because it's challenged me enough to think his story sounds something's going on. So what I'm telling you, like I told my 16-year-old son that I'm trying to help him, like I won't just grab him and force him to come and hang out with me and stuff. Even if he asked me to go hang out there, I don't even know if I would do that. I'm still in stages of, I don't feel super safe, okay? And I don't feel, just because I'm his father and stuff, you know, I'm not making those choices for him, and I don't think I would allow him to make that choice right now. Hello, Fania. How you doing? On your video yesterday... Okay, were you scared? Yes, Lisa, I was scared. Which video? Big-headed Tin Martian? I'm talking about that video. The last couple I've put out. Last night I put out a series of 4 of them. On the 4th one, if you go down and you guys all look at the comments there, I put 4 different videos, and I make the little references there. But they're 4 different videos that happen to be about the video. One will give you a daylight perspective of me just sitting here and telling you where those sounds, and you can see the roadway going this way of where those animals are coming from. I'm going to tell you about that in a second. Whoops. But first I'm just going to check and see what Fania had said there. On your video yesterday when you were out there saying... come closer, yes. It sounds like you said, do you have a leash on? I did say that, and that was part of a comical plea with the whole thing. Like, I gotta have fun too. So I have my own hidden jokes for myself, right? I'm sure you guys must do that too. Or if you're, with a couple and you know how to throw out a joke and they know the joke and nobody else knows the joke, that kind of a thing. So in a way, I'm teasing their knowledge sometimes in, do you know any English? How much do you know when I'm saying dog, that I'm referring to this four-legged thing that we have as a creature that uses pets as a dog? Do they really even connect that name? Are they that fresh into the human area where they're only going to be learning a lot of the language? And I'm telling you, that's going to be one of the things. Because they've been spying on us from a distance. And now they're closing in those distances. And I think they rely on just a lot of their natural capabilities, but that's all stuff that's being broken through right now. Is how much do they rely on their natural being an ant? I've used this before as a thing. An ant does what an ant does. These guys could be doing what they just do. What they don't realize, and I'm telling a lot of the world, is I think there's a chance that they're mucking with our ecosystem. There really is. And the other thing is, at least in the land value way, if you go and you start crumbling the side of the mountains and stuff, you are changing the ecosystem. You're changing it on that side by exposing it. You're changing it by taking that the rubble on the sides and compiling it down here. Within there's layers of ecosystems, right? Onions have layers. Ecosystems have layers. Anyways, I didn't want to get running off like that. I wanted to talk about really what's going on. But first, I just wanted to finish seeing what Fania said here. Do you have... Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, do you have a leash on? Was it actually a dog? No, it was not a dog. Not at all, 100%. And that's why I'm going to explain the story to you. So you guys are along with me. You can go back, you can bring up one of those screens from the video last night that says the fourth video. And down in the comments, you'll see the one that talks about the daylight view of it. Just click that one on, and it's just a minute video of me showing the place, but you could have that paused while I describe what I'm going to describe to you. I'm just going to check one more here. That's Street Beefs. Oh, hey, brother. Yeah, I love the beard, right on. Is that you, Scarface? If you're still around, right on. I'm glad you jumped in here, brother. Appreciate it. Anyways, so now we put ourselves... Buffering, eh? Okay. But anyways, so now what we do is we put ourselves where I'm sitting in my car right now. Say I'm camped out here for the night. For me to do what I did the other night there, all I did was I stepped outside my car. All I did was walk straight. The whole time I only walked straight. I'm walking down a bit of a road. It kind of veers up a little bit, and then it'll veer down like that. In there, I haven't did an actual calculation, but I'm just going to call that 100 feet. That's a great spot for them. Because when it starts to veer down, it kind of does a little jog. So there's a beautiful... It breaks the bush in a way. Or the road, I should say, by making a bush there. Okay, so the road thing, and then all of a sudden there's a bush there. So I know 100% that's a favorite spot for someone to want to watch. One thing I get from it is not everybody will be willing to stand in the same spot as everybody else. So whatever that comes from, whether that's temperament or whether that's shyness or, younger, older, age reasons, different things like this. Hopefully, I'm going to try... Well, I got it sitting pretty good, so I can just see it going amber a little bit, so I'm losing you guys in and out. Yeah, no, I don't sell drugs, sorry. Right on. Thanks, Scar, from Street Beef Fights. If you guys like, if you like some good fights and you like to see some real fighting, where there's rules, but, you know, not a lot of wasted time, then Street Beefs is a good fight club to watch. It's just like that. It's just like a fight club, how you would understand a street legal fight club. Anyways, so, and I've been a long time watcher of him there, Scarface. Anyways, so now we go out onto that road right there. I went to that bend where you can see it in the thing there, that I call 100 feet then, right? Last night, I don't know how well it shows in the video, and I'm sorry about the upside down thing. I really thought I had it the right way, and that's why I held it upside down that whole long time, is because I thought I had it the right way the whole time. Once okay, yeah, this is the right way, and I just picked the wrong way. Sorry about that. But it still gives a message of what it gives about. And the message is, get on some headphones and listen to that stuff that we're supposed to think is dogs, okay? And so I got, now in that other video I described there that you could have up on the screen there, the day view. Imagine me going down to that tree line there, right there. Then I went down the further part, and I went a ways down. I didn't get to this side gate that goes to maybe a gravel pit back in there or whatever. I'm not sure yet, but it's a really rough, big old gate that doesn't seem like somebody would be using it at all on a home basis sort of thing, right? So, anyways, so now on that one of those videos, probably the second video or something of the first three last night, at one point there, I turn around with the camera, and I'm showing, it probably comes in really black at this time, but you would see where I show this is the farm side sort of thing, and then I show that in there. I kid you not, there was like, I have no idea, but that would have been a perfect camouflage spot for them to have been at right at that moment. But even if they weren't at that moment, that is perfectly one of the spots where they like to come and kind of chill out there. Yeah, your drug dealer's up there. But anyways, I don't know what they're doing. Anyways, so that would be a perfect spot for them to be able to hide out in that spot. So this spot is on the clear video, up to the bush, then just down, right in there, and it's all connected to that bush right there. So last night on my 10th video, or I mean my 10-minute video, the fourth of the three, that's where I walked. I put the camera just on the hood there, and I walked down towards that spot there without my camera or anything, and what basically happens, and I've walked that bush, I've looked in all of that bush and stuff, and further down, beyond where I described that gate there that goes into probably a gravel pit, beyond that is where I've taken a little path. I should connect that video with them, but I'm planning on doing something with this anyways. But anyways, that path there I've taken. So I've seen a lot through that bush and stuff, and there's no fence lines anywhere in there, not a fence line. So what I did myself, by coming that close to those dogs there that we could hear in the barking, you guys probably should be able at times realize, hey, it sounds like they're farther away now. Well, that's what ends up happening, is I'm able to push them back. And that's part of the reason why I just go with the dog plea. They're making dog noises. They're not making Bigfoot noises. They're not making Sasquatch noises. They're making noises easily with their sound system to mimic dogs and coyotes and whatever they feel like doing. I'm looking forward to the night like, this is so beautiful, actually. Like, I'm going to go back there tonight, and I'm going to film better with this camera. It's a clear night. I'm hoping to get them going. I'm hoping that they're going to pop. This is what I'm saying. I'm hoping they're going to pop up the donkey. If they could get the donkey going, you know what they did one night on the donkey, and I was just too kind of whatever. I'm not going to tape it. What they did with the donkey was this overall big guy must have just did the first donkey. And he just went... excuse me, real crazy with it like that, right? And as he's doing that on his high, a couple of 3 or 4 smaller ones came in, like they were just practicing the same call his dad's doing right now. It was just beautiful because it was hard to hear those ones with it. That's what we're talking about sometimes, is doing your hearing where you're using a peripheral hearing, you're using a peripheral your eyesight and mine site and everything. Fania, good connection here in Australia. Oh, right on. Good to have you, Fania, for that. For, I mean, everything, but I mean from Australia. That's awesome. And the big-headed Martian is saying, back in the 70s, I seen a juvenile Sasquatch in Provo Canyon, Utah. Awesome. What did we have there? Did we have an adult? Did we have a youngin? That's the big-headed Martian. So basically what I'm telling you guys is I'm pushing back dogs, farm animal, out in the country, mean as hell. You've heard them. You heard there's other videos there from an older video and stuff where they're making themselves like wild coyotes, going all this crazy thing. And now I come walking towards them and they'll back away from me. See, people, and you'll understand why the Bigfoot will, is they don't get what to do on that level of acting like the dog. We as people might be, like if we were doing that and we're tripping out some buddies, and the buddy couldn't really figure out the call we're making, and we knew he didn't have a flashlight or something, we would be right at the bush there. We would be trying to take that intimidation right to it. They are unfamiliar with the practicality of this guy's coming too close to a dog thing. Like he's coming to the dogs and trying to befriend them and stuff. I'm not saying I'm going boom, 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 and trying to run into their area or anything like that. It's not like that. I'm trying to do it. I stop. I do a lot of pausing as I do it, and I do it in the way where, you know, I'm treating any of the beings around us as good things. That's one thing you got to do. You can't have a kill it mentality. If you have a kill it mentality towards anything, stupid frog, and you go over and squish the frog or something, and they're sitting there watching you, they ain't gonna like that kind of a thing in a person. If you went over to the frog and you picked it up and you ate it, they'd probably like that more. So yeah, it's back to nature. If you want to connect with these guys, it's back to nature. You know, I've got these things where people, you know, I've showed some things sometimes and stuff, and like I was showing, like, you know, different times. Because I'm on a workers' compensation claim, so I have to go see a doctor every 3 weeks here. And so I I looked down in his file, and he's got these two pictures there. Right, you guys won't be able to see this very good, but it's only for an understanding idea. But I pulled out this picture, and I said to him, seeing the light right there, you guys? Where's the light there? See that part right there? Hopefully you can see it good at times. That part there. Those are fingers. You see the one on the bottom? That's a thumb digit. And then fingers, not like they're making real eyeglasses. They're just making stick crossings. Like they look different. See, if you looked back here in the bush, you see lots of stick crossings. So they get that from the stick crossings. But if you actually look within there, a number of spots, you can make out where there's other beings in there doing that same finger crossing. And if you look right there, you can see one on that side of the tree. Like that's a tree. And then, I don't know, where's this stupid light? I'm not really this kind of, whatever, coordinated. But you see that right up there? I don't know how well that's working out right there. But that's a face. And one thing you might have in that face is right around where you would think, see, that would be the top blackness of the head. And then a brow, the eye spots, nostrils, and then a mouth, this kind of thing. But that mouth, this kind of thing, also has the finger slander on it. So there's one down here doing glasses, and I don't even think he's got them on his eyes. I think he's actually got them kind of below his face. But that guy who's up here, he has a finger on his lip, if you can make that out. I don't know how well this works out for you guys, but I can see them well. And so I said to my doctor, I said, if you can't see that, then that's your problem. I'm telling you what it is. You're just not that good yet. go to somehow get to a level of a person who is bigger, better, knows more than you. I don't know if you guys enjoyed that at all, but if you look right here, what this is this is a part of a Bigfoot tree. Okay, like I might be 50 feet away from this tree, 60 feet away from this tree, and I'm zoomed in and stuff. And at first, this is a back of a Sasquatch. And he turns into the tree, so he's facing his back to us. And all over him are... I'm just looking for one of the other pictures like that just shows it a little bit different. All over him are these, I guess the young ones or whatever. Well, this is the one. Because I remember when my dad looked at this picture here. He even said, that looks like something. And I said, yeah, it does, doesn't it? So look at this one here. This is from a different series of pictures. Let's see how well this goes for you. And where am I? There I am. And basically what we might be seeing here is we might be seeing eyes. See more up there. But look at the woolness of, like, what is this blackness out in the forest like this? Right, you see all that? It's not a shadow. It's a shadow with existence on it, like it's a material object. And then those with this light system kind of look pretty good, eh? Not looking better like eyes or something? Cool. I'm going to see what you guys have to say. Whew. Pictures, pictures, pictures. So where are we at here? Hello, friends. Please be careful. Of course I'm careful. Good connection here in Australia. Please be careful. Yeah, I hear you. All things out there in the forest can be pretty terrifying. What is that behind the tree? Who knows? All kinds of things behind the tree. Peace out from the Tin Man. Basically, I just wanted to hook up. I just wanted to kind of talk about what went on, what's going on in that video and such. And yeah, looks like it's staying clear out there tonight. I got my good camera all charged up where it will show at least, or it will at least amplify good sound for us. Because that, when I videotaped the last night, was on that camera. Or the 2 nights ago, I should say. And this one here, when it comes to sound, will do a lot better. Hopefully we'll be able to pick it up really well. This camera isn't picking it up near as well as what I was listening to there. So you guys got to make sure that you do take the time, that if you're listening through a cell, you actually put the cell there. And when I start to make my little noises, if they're a little loud, just be ready to just cover for my sound. But other than that, you miss out in some of my videos. Sorry about that if you're not really into the sound. Tomorrow's going to be different. Peace out from the Tin Man. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for liking. And any newbody out there, sub me and listen what I'm up to. Let us know. You live schedule. You know what? I'm just doing it. Hey, Sherry, how's it going? I wasn't realizing that was you because there's the Lisa with the orange there. How are you, Sherry? Okay, Lisa, take care in Australia. Thanks a lot, guys. And yeah, watch the whole video here, Sherry. Like, I'm trying to really get it across. Like, I'm not playing games with that dogs and stuff. With those dogs. Thanks, Sherry. Nice to hear from you, too. But I'm not playing games with those dogs and stuff. Like, I go confronting what you know, Sherry, what dogs are like. And I go confronting wilderness dogs or whatever, or farm country dogs. And the sound continues to go away from me and never gets to come closer. We know there's something not right about that. And it's because they're not dogs. And I explain it's an uncomfortable spot for them because they're actors. And not every actor can go handle center stage or something like this. A lot of actors, never make it onto a stage. We all act. How many times you as a mother or something like that, you're acting in a better mood because you don't want to be too hard on your kid. Don't want to be too hard on your students. You're the teacher. Whatever, different things like that. We got to act all the time. We're taught to act. Lots of people say, oh, we're born liars. I don't see it as that. I think we actually learn how to lie by accident, but that's part of what the others are supposed to be teaching you, that it's not right. And if you teach them and understand why it's by an accident, then you understand how to correct it easier. And what it is by an accident, every kid wants to be as big as his dad. So he starts out saying, I'm as big as you, Dad. Just little things like that. Oh, I'm as strong as you. Oh, I can do that. And it grows out. And it goes however it does, right? So, in the end, we're being surrounded. That's how these survived. Yep. Yes, exactly. Sherry says that's how these beings survived. Hidden so long, adapting and acting and etc. That's right. Great survivalist. And, I don't know, probably big time underground somehow. Lots to be, I think I'm on to some pretty mind-breaking stuff, mind-blowing stuff. But it's, the bucket is huge. And the hole in the bucket is only near the top, and it's only that big. Peace out from the Tin Man. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you do what you can if you can share me. Do it through an email. I always suggest that because I think it's more helpful that way. Peace out, Tin Man.